Good evening and hello dear viewers, fellow casuals. You're watching Primetime Casual and this is an introduction to speedballing. During the first video we talked about control setup and the basic mechanics of speedballing. Now, what you might have asked yourself is, well, you said keep the ship stable and on target, but I'm always drifting away and how can I, how can I correct this? And well, yes, it seems very easy to drift away to the left, actually, of Bombelli Prospect for some reason. No matter from which direction you approach, it is always to the left. I must have been, at least Hello Jones and I have that problem. I don't know about others. So this is why you have imperative to have lateral thrusters, also the others, because when you see that you're coming off to the side, I'm doing this deliberately at the moment, there are two ways. And this is the simple brute force way, which is easier. You can turn on assist, flight assist back on, and boost. Turn it off and start speedballing again. This will change your trajectory. It will change it quite rapidly, but it will cost you a lot of speed. I can do this again in a second. Let's say we start our course correction at 2,900. See, I changed a good 10 degrees, good 10 degree deflection on my heading, but it cost me about 200 meters per second. So you don't want to do this too often. In fact, you don't want to do this at all, because you're not only stopping accelerating, you're actively decelerating. And this is a high speed event. You don't want to decelerate. Come on. So what do you want to do? You have lateral thrust bound, right? I told you to bind lateral thrust. So, what you want to do is you just stop upward thrust for a bit. At least that's what I do. Forward thrust and apply lateral thrust. Drifting. You're not losing any speed. You're drifting. Drifting a bit to the side. It will take a bit longer than the flight assist on approach, but you won't decelerate. You'll just stop accelerating. Now, if you're far away, you don't need so large corrections. You can also try it and keep the vertical thrust going. But basically, the more thrusters you have active at any time, the less effective they are, because the ship has to divert power to multiple thrusters. Anyway, I've been slaloming my way. That was Bombelli Prospect now, so I guess we'll talk about stopping the dive, if I can manage it, and proper deceleration techniques later on in this video. Well, later on for me. For you, it's just a quick cut and edit in post-production. Right, so here we are. A shortcut for me as well. We have about 2 minutes left, and I want to point something out. I'm coming up short. It appears I'm coming up short. It's hard to judge. And coming up short on Bombelli Prospect is actually the safer way, because it's easier to flatten out than it is to nosedive at the last minute. What you want to do is you just don't panic. You're coming up short. So what? Don't panic. Just keep your upward thrust and boost. Boost again. Watch the vertical speed indicator. Yeah? Boost energy goes to the active thruster. In this case, vertical. Yeah? So, if you come up too short, just boost upwards a bit. You can also engage forward thrust, which will also help. And yeah, basically there are two ways of leveling out. One is, again, turn flight assist back on and level out. And just let flight assist do its stuff. Don't make any sudden inputs. Just flight assist on and leave it at that. You will lose speed, but it's okay. The other is trying to level out using boost and FA off. I'm now full forward thrust in order to keep it level. And then a bit to the left again from Belly Prospect, I have lateral thrusters on. We can now correct our course. I'm doing this in live commentary, which isn't the best way to do it. Am I still coming up short? Yes, I am. Yeah. This is a very nice approach, by the way. A bit high, a bit off to the side. And there we have it, 4,100 meters per second. And now I need to pull out of the dive. I have. Slightly upwards. Well, there you have it. One speedbowl run of 4,100 meters per second. Final altitude was about 300 meters, 350 meters I did see. I think it was within the limits of the base. Yeah. Just for fun, let's do a little drift. Around this crater here. I can manage. Anyway, the proper way of decelerating, or the easiest way of decelerating is, let's get this pointed back towards where we're heading. So you just cross the finish line and you want to decelerate. Just level out your ship to zero pitch and let you off any controls and just turn flight assist on. Yes? Now don't pitch up. Look at the heat. Now the whole it's okay, you know? Don't pull up. Don't really, just don't. Yeah. Just don't. Keep it level. 0 degrees pitch. You will decelerate in time. Alright. So this is the basic premise. We have talked, in the last video we have talked about the control setup and the basic mechanics of speedbowling. And in this video I've shown you how it looks during a speedbowl at proper speeds. How you can do course corrections with the easy way of turning FA on and boosting, and the slightly harder but more speed efficient way of FA off and lateral thrust and drifting your way around a little slalom. And then I've shown you how to that it's easier to come up short on the finish line and then level out early and keep it flat across the finish line instead of nosediving at the last minute and then decelerating again using just FA off, 0 pitch, no other inputs, and just letting the speed run out because it's much easier on the heat on your ship and on your nerves. I will do another video which shows the proper venue of the setup, where Belly Prospect is, and demonstrates the proper rules of Speedbowl 2. You've been watching Primetime Casual. Lie safe.